So this morning I'm going to start tearing into this ATV, the one with the C's motor. I'm going to take a look at the piston sleeve, see if I can find that resistance. The goal for the end of the day is to get the motor back in the quad, see if we can hit that starter button, see if she turns over, fires, if we have spark, and maybe that's as far as we need to go, or perhaps we'll find something else along the way. But for now, in typical Vermont life fashion, let's do a nice cutaway to a beautiful sunrise. Let's cue up some 80s music and let's get to work. Torque specs? Nah. We're just tightening them down to just before a grunt. That's good. We have oil, we have carburetor, we have brakes, we have air in the tires, we have our solenoid hooked up, we have, let's see here, we have no fuse. We have a fuse. Oh, we need a battery. You know, I thought I was getting close to starting, but I forgot something. Yeah. A little important here. Wants to try. Backwards. Hard stop. Something's getting caught down low in the motor. If I go forwards without loosening the stator bolt, past the compression stroke, hard stop. Oh, and loosen the bolt now. we've hit something. We're going to pull the motor back off, back to the bench, take it apart. Take the motor off the chassis. We're going to take it from this side because the exhaust and the foot brakes sit on the other side. To do that, we have to disconnect the stator. We'll disconnect the starter from the coil, disconnect the fuel. I will probably take the carb off, and then it's 2 bolts. One bolt hangs the motor up here, one back behind the sprocket, and then I'll be able to unhook the sprocket and we'll lift the whole thing out. 10 mil bolt, 12 mil nut. And I didn't mention it before, but you do need to take the exhaust off. We're not pulling the motor with the exhaust attached. And what I like to do to take the motors out is replace the bolts with long screwdrivers so I don't drop everything all at once. Now we see if we can lift her out. I'm going to try and lift her out with the carb on. One screwdriver out. Pulled out the screwdrivers, now she's just sitting down here. Tip it, it's off the sprocket. Wiring is loose. Oh, my ground is still on here. With the carb on, is it possible? Voila, there we go. To the bench. Alright, here we go. Well, I need to drain the oil first. So, we know whatever was hitting when I was turning the stator. So I'm going to take the stator cover off. And start the investigation there. And this thing is all chewed up. I gotta hit this thing with brake cleaner. Clean it out. And we will have to deal with this gasket. This one is toast. Alright, clean stator cover. Drop my bolts down in here so I don't lose them. Set this off to the side. So, let's see. Turning forward. Something hard. Somewhere, as the camshaft comes up, boom, it hits something. So what side of the motor do we think that is? I'm going to open this side. All the rollers in there look fine. Nothing wrong with this stator that I can see. Starter's going to have to come off. That's just going to make it easier. So for what I can see here, at least got a head bolt. And let me grab the other, what this side looks like. So from the parts motor, here's what this side we're looking to take off looks like. Behind this stator plate, we have this gearing here. So if I take the plate off, I should be able to slide this gear up and off, take the plate off, take the chain off, have access in here, and we would see the, well, this looks to be the timing chain tensioner. If I am able to slide this off, here's the other side. So we'll pull off. I'm debating with myself if one side is going to be easier than the other to take off. Let me show you what the other side looks like. The other side, have your clutch sitting out here, clutch basket, and then effectively it's just something like that. I think this will be more work. Take the other side off, so I'm going to continue going on to see if I can lift this face off. Yucky. Oh, that one's gonna get soft fast. And I don't have an impact tool here, so I may have to wait to keep going. Well, maybe I don't have to take that plate off. Maybe. Now I've just realized two things. One, I am going to have to take the sprocket off. I will have to take the timing chain tensioner off. And, well, this isn't coming off with the head sitting on because these long head bolts. Head's got to come off. Took this motor apart. A little hard to see, but there's discoloration here on the camshaft, and the camshaft is bound up right in here. I mean, this should be able to move free, but it isn't. Bearings are good, so we probably got oil starved and it seized up right there, right here. So good news is we have a spare motor. Might be able to show the difference in the light here a little better. This one here is all ambered out from heat. Destroyed. Destroyed gaskets. Alright, we're going to park it there for tonight. We're going to start cleaning up all this gasket. Get it all cleaned up, and ultimately we've got to clean a lot of the debris that's in here. A little hard to see. That is sludgy looking oil, so while we have this open, we're going to clean everything out, because this is dirty, gaskets worn, everything's worn out.